Hey guys, Scott back again with a new beer dissection video for you. What I have today is Sam Adams Take a Day IPA. Okay, as I always say when I do these compilation packs, depending on when you're watching this, I picked up another compilation pack from Sam Adams. It's called their Summer Ditch Days or Summer Ditch compilation pack. I'm presuming they mean ditching school or ditching work and just enjoying a beer. I don't think that's too far of a stretch. So they have like a typical compilation pack. I believe there were 4 beers, 3 of each. There was Summer Ale, a Alpine Lager, this Take a Day IPA, Porch Rocker, which is a Radler. As I've always said in my other compilation packs, whether it was Saranac or Sam Adams or whatever name of brewery, Southern Tier I've done it with, I like it because, one, I enjoy different styles of beer, even in one sitting of having a beer, maybe 2 or 3 different styles of beer. Also, you can kind of get a nice cross-section of the pack and or the brewery, especially if it's a brewery that we don't know very well, unlike, say, Sam Adams. So again, if you're interested in that, take a look. I'm sure I'm going to have them all filed under beer dissection when they all get posted. I don't post them all at the same time. So this one is, again, take a seasonal Take a Day IPA from a pack. I'm sure I'll have photos popping up over my shoulder. They call it a crush of orange, tropical hop aroma, and just the right bitterness. Most of these kind of have an easy drinking kind of, theme to them, at least especially from the writings on the can. So it's an ale brewed with orange peel. They got it listed at 6% alcohol at 35 IBUs. So, enough bitterness, similar to the bitterness of like a regular German Pilsner. And pretty much it, orange peel. The only other thing I usually have with orange peel is wit beer. So, again, Sam Adams, a lot of people give Sam Adams a knock because they were kind of one of the original kind of craft beers. They still are craft breweries. They still are technically craft because they're so big. And I think they got multiple sites that they brew their beer at that a lot of people don't really consider it craft beer anymore. But they do produce a good solid beer across, whether it's their Boston Lager, Boston Ale, honey porters, things like that. But very consistent. But you usually in a lot of their beers you will find other styles that are better. But for the price point, you can't blame it. So Sam Adams Take a Day IPA. Let's crack this bad boy open. I'm using my just regular tulip glass for this. Okay, tulip pint glass actually. So let's crack it open here and pour this out. Now, the Best By date, by the way, or actually I think it was, was June of 23. So Best By it wasn't a canning date. It was the Best By date was June of 23. So I'm filming this in April, like mid-April of 23. So it's got to be reasonably fresh. Okay, so let's take a look at this like I usually do these days. I'm pouring things very aggressively. So we got several inches of a nice white, pretty dense. There's some loose bubbles on top, foam head on there, but pretty looking beer. Kind of a medium gold color, little haze, slight chill haze probably. Probably catching some of the proteins in there, and the polyphenols from the hops. I don't know the grist of this beer. I'm presuming they're using like a 2-row. Things like that. I don't even know what hops. I don't even think they list which hops they're using on it. Some of these beers are easier to get the grist or hops used than others. So let's take a sniff of the aroma. Oh, nice. You kind of get a very nice floral, fruity, slight citrus. Very nice though. I almost get like kind of lime. They're not using lime. They do have a beer in this pack that they use lime, I believe, but this is not using lime. Okay, but you kind of get that citrus, lime, zest kind of aroma on the hops. kind of floral. No pine or anything like that. But very nice. Fruity, citrus, lime. See if I'm getting anything else from it. Maybe a slight pineapple. But, you know, that's pretty much it. Pretty neutral malt on the nose. But I'm getting more hops, so it's tough getting some of the malt. Maybe a light, you know, breadcrumb on the malt profile. But anyway, cheers, guys. Let's take a swig of this. Oh. Kind of get that citrus. Again, not so much lime on the palate here, but definitely citrus, whether it's lemon, lime type of profile. There's a neutral bread crust, breadcrumb type of malt profile on there. Kind of medium bodied. No alcoholic warmth to speak of. It's only about 6%, so I wouldn't expect too much. You know, not a lot of, it's like kind of low to medium carbonation. You're not kind of getting that nice sharpness sometimes of the hop and the malt. It's kind of a nice, it's got a nice balance though. Slightly dank, but like I said, in the aftertaste, you're kind of left with like this bready, citrusy kind of taste on there. You also kind of get almost that, and some beers I get this. I don't know if it's just the residual sugars, because there is some residual sweetness here. Kind of like a film or coating that you get on your palate as you're kind of taking it in. But every time I bring it up to my nose, though, I get a little of that citrus lime kind of effect. Again, it's one of those things that you're not, it's a decent beer. I probably wouldn't go much higher than like, you know, B-, C+. But I can see why it's part of the summer compilation. It is very easy drinking. You know, it is pretty low alcohol. It's actually probably one of the higher alcoholic beers in that pack at 6%. A lot of them are sitting around 5, even below 5. But it's pleasant to drink. The price point on the 12 pack, I think, is about $20. You know, it's not going to put any small microbrewery out of business. Where I think it falls flat is that, you know, you kind of get a hit up front with the hops on the flavor, but then you're kind of left with this kind of flat, filmy kind of residual sugar kind of coating in your mouth. You know, but it's okay. You know, it's all right type. It's okay type of beer. I mean, you're not going to flog your friend if they give it to you at a party this summer. But it's kind of like a citrus, white bread crusty kind of malt profile. Low to medium bodied, you know, mouthfeel to it. And pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing really, you know, anything spectacular to say about it. I wouldn't trash the beer either. It's just kind of, it's okay. But I mean, for roughly $20 for the 12 pack, you have this Take a Day IPA, Sam Adams. Again, I would prefer to get a crowler from some of my local guys here, or even other places on Long Island that they can their beers. But again, you know, kind of an average, slightly below average beer for Sam Adams. All right, guys. Oh, one thing I wanted to say about this. What was it? They said crush of orange. Let me just take a look one more time. Notice I didn't say anything about orange. I get on the citrus, I get a little bit more lime from it. I guess if you think with some of the malt backbone, maybe you get like a candied orange slightly, but it's definitely not hitting you like I've had like with some fresh IPAs that you get locally, or Orange Julius and things like that. You're not getting hit with that citrus orange in this beer. Okay, guys? So again, last time beer dissection today was Sam Adams Take a Day IPA. Yeah, pretty average, slightly below average, B- C+ beer. I always encourage trying these compilation packs, especially for the price point. But you'll find if you want an orange IPA or something bursting with citrus, look for some other varieties. But you will pay for those, okay? All right, so next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.